Welcome to today's video. Today's video is on part 2 of the back and erector spinae multi-fist to help you keep that spine healthy, strong, and stable so that you can live a very, safe life when you're lifting, and of course being smart with your workouts and your routines. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. My name is Yelena and I produce this wonderful content. First exercise that I mentioned in that video is deadlifts. When you deadlift, you always want to imagine you're hinging from your hips. So if I'm standing straight, I'm going to hinge from my hips, bring my hands to my mid calf and come up. Okay, this is a deadlift. What you want to avoid is this rounding of the back. Rounding of the back isn't necessarily bad. It actually can strengthen the vertebrae in your back. But I'm hinging from my hips. I grab the kettlebell and I stand up. I hinge and I stand up. What this is going to do over time as you increase the weight, it's going to strengthen all the muscles along the back. So the size that I mentioned in that video were rack pulls. I have it right here on the whiteboard. Rack pulls are the same exact thing as deadlifts. The only difference is that you're pulling from a rack. So you're pulling from a rack versus from the floor. There are a lot of videos talking about rack pulls. It's very, very simple. It's literally the exact same thing as a deadlift. The only difference is you're pulling from a rack or from an elevated surface instead of from the floor. All right, so I made a video talking about bird dog rows. I'll have a picture here on the screen of me doing them. But bird dog rows, great for strengthening the erector spinae. Another exercise are Supermans. So you're gonna lay on the floor. You're gonna lay on the floor. It's just like the back extension. You're going to come up like Superman. Back down, come up, and down, and up. Okay, what this is doing is you are activating those erectors, those gluteal muscles. You wanna come up as high up as you can. You can do opposite arm, opposite leg. The thing about this back extension is that it's relatively lightweight. So what we're gonna do is just gonna do a good old-fashioned back extension. So I'm going to get on the machine. Notice my hips are in line with the pad, and come up all the way down. Come up. What I see a lot of people do is they do this. They go down and they come up. They go down, they come up. Okay, you don't want to do that. You want to just keep your hips glued to the pad. I just showed you the back extension. The reverse hyperextension is where you are reverse on the machine. So I'm going to lean over the machine. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You don't want to come up like all the way because that's a little much. But you also don't want to come up here. You want to come up so that your feet are relatively in line with your hips. Gyms have a reverse hyperextension machine. I'm going to have a picture here on the screen. Not a lot of gyms have that, but certain gyms do. If you have access to that, then I would encourage using that machine. The next exercise, it's for the multi-fist / back, and it's the side planks. So with side planks, relatively simple. You can find a ton of exercises on YouTube explaining how to do a side plank. But you're going to go into side plank position. If this is too hard, you can get on your knees and come up and just do this position. Hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can extend your leg, and then you can do some rows. So if you can grab a weight, grab a band. Let's pretend I have a band here, and then you can come up in a plank and row to your hip. That you want to start doing those Supermans. It's essentially almost like a cat camel. So a cat camel is where you do the cat, and then you do the camel. So cat, camel. Move in 2 motions that it should be moving already, but you might not be moving in that direction because of maybe your work, or you're sitting a lot, you're slouched over in your everyday. So you really want to start working your body in that flexion extension mode. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next video.